Pike sees the problem. If they stay, they would be taken with it, by that meaning the brown dwarf. They could not leave the brown dwarf without being spotted by the Gorn, and they had no long-range communication, so they can't send out a probe. Spock agrees and decides to join La'an, and this is going on the Galileo, because she would need backup. Aboard the Galileo, Spock and La'an observe what appears to be two remaining Gorn ships scanning each other. While her memory is fragmented, she is certain she's seen the lights before. So throughout this episode, they kind of say and hint at the fact that La'an's memory is hampered by the trauma she suffered while she was held prisoner by the Gorn.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like she's literally blocking the memories and accepts the fact that she's blocking the memories. Spock notes the complexity of the mind and how it built up defenses after being afflicted by trauma. La'an thinks there was something to it that she should know, a thought Spock finds understandable given the nature of their foe. So Spock is going to give her the old Vulcan mind meld here, which is funny because earlier in the episode she said she didn't want anybody poking around in her head trying to fix her. And now she's quite literally going to have somebody poking around in her head trying to fix her.
Well, he's not trying to fix her. He's just trying to see what she saw. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Spock moves from his seat and kneels in front of her, placing one hand against her face, and initiates the mind meld. As La'an's memories surface, she finds herself on a Gorn breeding planet, where the crew of the Puget Sound had been brought to feed the hatchlings, and they were hunted day and night. The memory of her younger self running through the caverns with her brother Manu resurfaces. Becoming her current self in the memory, La'an pleads with her brother to come with her, but he knows that he can't, and again tells her to run. She runs, finding herself back in the central cavern.
Now, don't forget here, the important part of this whole scene is the fact that her brother gives her a journal that kind of deciphers their language and visual communication. So it kind of looks like some Morse code type deal that they have going on. I see a lot of dots or, for lack of a better word, dots and dashes and stuff. So it's some kind of Morse code type thing.
Yep, and the brother has figured out what some of the words mean. Or a lot of the words, but he's kind of decoded some of the language. She explains what she learned about the lights from her brother's journal. La'an realizes, so when you're in a mind meld, it kind of flows both ways, right? Like, your mind into my mind into your mind. So while Spock is in there poking around in her head, a glimpse of Michael Burnham shows up to La'an. And she realizes that he had a sister who sacrificed herself for him. But kind of pokes at it and asks about it because there is no record that Spock ever had a sister.
Yeah, I guess Starfleet scrubbed all that.
Yep, so we get a little more explanation why we never heard about her on, Star Trek.
Makes, I mean, yeah, I like the way that they did that in universe, yeah.
Yeah, that's, they had to fix it somehow, and there you go. So the shuttle takes position near the smaller of the two Gorn ships, and Spock has modulated the shuttle's phasers per La'an's instructions. She's surprised that he agreed to the idea, and he replies that it was a good plan, and the mind meld reminded him of risk taken and their value to those who survive. She transmits a signal saying that the humans have boarded the smaller ship and taken control, knowing that the Gorn would cull the weak, believing in the survival of the fittest. Sure enough, the larger ship opens fire, destroying the smaller one and evening the odds.